now we've come to the biggest, the hottest, the most important takes of them all. Who is the best of the best? Whose career meant the most? Whose impact has the longest lasting? We've got 20 proclamations left in this list of 100, and all 20 are regarding an individual challenge player and their status in the history books. Let's split it up in a final 2 sets of 10. Here we go with the first. Number 1. Veronica is the original challenge star and first ever face of the franchise. Give her her flowers. I'm not talking real world or road rules star, though she was one of those too. I mean first ever true challenge specific star. 7 of the first 10 seasons she was on. She was the staple, the first true veteran, the first face of the franchise, and for damn good reason, because she kicked ass and made great television. Long live Queen V. Number 2. Holly Shand was Sarah Rice before Sarah Rice was Sarah Rice. I don't know if she knows that. I don't know if either of them know that, but it's true. Sarah is rightfully remembered as one of the best while also being an absolutely lovely human being. But Holly Shand, who I swear is the exact same person as Sarah Rice, did it all first, won 2 times, and her name gets forgotten from time to time because her seasons are from so long ago and they're not available to stream. Well, I'm here to say that Sarah Rice is awesome and a Hall of Famer, as too is Holly Shand, who I do believe is at least related to Sarah Rice, if not actually the exact same person using a different name years prior. Give Holly her respect. Number 3. Next submission comes from Mike B. Shore at MBEShore21 on Instagram, who is a man after my heart because he had this to say, quote, Theo Von is criminally underrated as a character and competitor, end quote. Fucking preach, Mike. Say it again, say it louder, say it over and over until people start putting the respect on his name and remembering what a beast he was. Theo Von is one of the best to ever compete on the challenge. He's one of the funniest, most entertaining people to ever be on the challenge. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer and one of the forefathers of the show. Please, Godfather Mark Long, if you are listening, and I hope you are, I'm begging you, find a way, convince Theo to take a break from his incredibly successful stand-up comedy career and jump back into the challenge world on a future season of All Stars. It's my greatest wish. Theo's a legend, and so are you, Mike, for bringing us that take. Number 4. Speaking of sometimes forgotten legends, let me be as clear as possible when I say that Dan Renzi is the GOAT Confessional King. Dan may as well have invented the confessional because this man freaking brought it every single time he sat down with the producers to talk about the goings-on of the season. He's hilarious, he's opinionated, he's witty and fun, and he will talk that shit when that shit needs talked. There's a reason that with every season of the rewatch series, I give out the Dan Renzi Award for Confessional King or Queen because he was not only the first, but he was the best. Long live Dan Renzi. Number 5. We talked about them before. We're going to talk about them again. Cara Maria and Paulie are the most polarizing challengers of all time. Some people love them, like me. You may remember about 24 takes ago when I called the casting department cowards for not inviting them back. But others despise them, like my dear friend Lee at Flower Wookie on Instagram, who said, quote, Cara and Paulie are repulsive, end quote. Lee, I love you so much, and while I don't personally agree with you on this one, I sure do know a lot of people that do. Cara and Paulie have built such a strong base of super fans and super haters alike. It's really kind of remarkable. That polarization makes for great TV, which is again why I say you cowards for not inviting them back. Love them or hate them, you're probably going to watch them. Number 6. Jordan is the best pure athlete the show has ever seen on the male side, narrowly edging out Alton, Landon, and CT. Number 7, Jenny West is the best pure athlete the show has ever seen on the female side, narrowly edging out Rachel, Casey, Evelyn, and Emily Schramm. Jordan and Jenny, if we're just talking pure athleticism, those are the best of the best the challenge has ever seen. Walk into the sand, stand next to TJ. There's been a lot of great athletes, but I say those two are the best. Number 8, this one comes from at Silvax801 on IG, aka $Scoob. They had this to say, quote, if CT, Bananas, and Wes ran a final right now today, Wes would smoke them both, end quote. I love this, not just because it's super fun to think about them running a final versus each other right now today, but also because it's 100% facts. Wes is super locked in and serious about his health and wellness, his strength and conditioning. It may honestly be at an all-time high even at this not really that advanced age of his life. Bananas and CT, they still got it for sure, but they ain't putting in the work the way Weston Bergman is today, right now. So if they lined up tomorrow, TJ's final, my money to win, as is $Scoob, Weston Bergman. Number 9, 2 for 1 coming at you here. Part 1, Jay from X's 2 is the worst finalist of all time. And part 2, his tweet response to Tyson Apostle should be in the Guggenheim or some other famous museum to be marveled at for all time because it was amazing. If you choose to avoid the hellscape that is twitter.com and have no idea what I'm talking about, let me catch you up. Tyson Apostle, Survivor legend, recently kicking ass and taking names on the Challenge USA, recently tweeted this, quote, "To those comparing me to those on the OG Challenge, a lot of them can bench press more than me, but 70 to 80, even 90% of the game, I have them crushed. Talking cakewalk," end quote. This had folks up in arms, as any good hot take does. Well done, Tyson. And one responder happened to be the worst finalist in challenge history, Mr. JG himself, who said, quote, "Bro, you kidding with this? I haven't been on in 8 years and I'd make you my puppy," end quote. Oh my goodness, what an absurd statement from such a layup. An incredible show of hubris and delusion. I respect it so much. And if you want a good laugh, go check out all the responses he received for firing that one off, which may have been the point all along. I see you working smart over there, Jay. But regardless, probably the worst finalist of all time. Definitely one of the worst takes of all time, which reminds me, let's go back to Tyson himself for another 10, number 10. Since we brought it up, let's go ahead and let it be known. Tyson's tweet is facts. 100% facts. Tyson is right. He'd smoke nearly everyone who has ever played the game. Let me read this one more time for you. Tyson said, quote, "To those comparing me to those on the OG Challenge, a lot of them can bench press more than me, but 70 to 80, even 90% of the game, I have them crushed. Talking cakewalk." And yes, I say that is true. Bananas, CT, Jordan, West, Landon, that's the class Tyson would be in if he had been doing the challenge for the last decade. Make no doubts about it. He'd have one obvious flaw / way to get him out. Throw him into a headbanger elimination like Hall Brawl or pole wrestle. Yeah, he'll probably lose that. But that's a very specific opportunity that if you can't nail that very specific time, he's going to be winning a lot of dailies. He's going to be very hard to beat in most of the other eliminations, and he's absolutely smoking you and everyone else in the final with those swimming and endurance and puzzle abilities. Tyson wipes the floor with most in the history of the challenge. Now, I do agree with Johnny Bananas when he says Tyson is currently going up against the JV squad over there on the Challenge USA. The male cast, not super stacked. A couple high performers, but only a couple. But that doesn't mean that Tyson wouldn't be a dominant player if called up to the varsity league because he'd still be among the best of the best. His statement was facts. I stand with Tyson on that. Woo! Those were some hot takes, huh? What'd I get right? What do you think I got wrong? I know you disagree with at least 1 to 10 of the 10 different things you just heard. Let me know in the comments below. Right, wrong, missing? Is there anything on this topic that should have been a part of this? Please let me know. I love feedback. I love banter. Let's talk it out. And if you like what you saw, hit that follow button, subscribe to this page. A lot more good stuff coming your way. And then these links that are about to pop up, they'll take you right on in to another set of 10 takes. You don't even have to wait. They're all right here, 100 in total. Enjoy. Thanks for being here. I'll talk to you again soon.